Little Orange Plum.
Hello everyone and welcome to Little Orange Plum. So today we are looking at a little subreddit called r/bad women's anatomy. So for our first post of the day we have, under a thread of women complaining about big boobs, this man is a damn genius. Big bobs hurting your back? Grow yourself a pair of ass and you'll be just fine. A pair of ass? I mean, I appreciate your sentiment that you seem to think that women's bodies are some kind of freaking seesaw that you can just kind of put weight on one end and it'll kind of tip the scale. Like, I know you want to see women's bodies as fun playthings for you to have fun with. No, not a seesaw. I don't think that's the thing that's going to help. Anyway, next we have... on our wedding night, my ex chose not to have sex with me because my nipples were bigger and darker than him and it turned him off. We were both religious virgins, lasted like this for 6 years, divorced thankfully this year. Also, on the bright side, he's not lying about being, he's either not lying about being a virgin or has only ever had sex with other men, with like cisgendered men, because, spoiler alert, girls are supposed to have bigger, that's normal. They're supposed to look bigger. I mean, maybe proportionately they're bigger. Maybe it's not actually that the nipples are bigger. Maybe it's that women have smaller chests and just like proportionately the nipples appear bigger because it's on a smaller chest. I'm not really sure, but they're supposed to be bigger in proportion to your chest than men's. And also often darker. Not always, but often. I am a little bit concerned though. It does kind of speak to some issues that he was so off-put by a woman's body that the first time he saw one he just could not bring himself to have sex with a woman. Like, again, definitely doesn't know a lot about female anatomy. He's not had sex with other women. Married to a woman but can't find things that are inherently female sexually attractive. Your husband might be gay. It's just a thought. Like, sometimes when maybe asexual, I don't know, because like if he genuinely has never seen or had the desire to have sex or see other people naked, like might be asexual, I don't know, but like I think he might not be into girls. It's a possibility because he's sexually off-put by women. Good thing you're divorced, yeah. I mean, I understand it's kind of a thing. Anyway, next we have, I'm not sure there's any correlation. Why don't women with large breasts and curvy figures ever have goofy faces? Does having a large nose and goofy smile prevent someone from having big breasts? No, my dude. I'm gonna guess what happened here is, if she has big breasts and like a curvy body, your eyes never make it as high as her face. Like, you don't realize what her face looks like. There are probably some very unattractive faced women out there, but you never looked. Like, your eyes did not go above the tits. So you think her face is beautiful. You just kind of stared at the tits and filled in the blanks with your imagination for what her face looks like. And straight in the comments, Butterface. There's literally like an Urban Dictionary term for when a girl has a really great body but not a beautiful face. It's Butterface. Just blatantly, you've never looked at her face. I'm just saying. Anyway, next we have Happy. I found this place. Oh, and the post. It wouldn't be r/bad women's anatomy without one of these. We have her. I'm a virgin. My penis. This cave has had many explorers. I know you want to think that's what this is, boys, but like, again, anatomy says no, the science says no, the facts say no. At some point you're just gonna need to accept the reality what this really is a man stumbling into the sheer scale and vastness of his own personal insecurities. You're making a big deal about the fact that she's not a virgin as though you really wanted her to be a virgin. You kind of body shaming her for like how her body naturally is, and like probably you not being able to please her. I'm just saying. The basic anatomy of it is the more relaxed a girl is with sex, the easier it is for her to feel loose. Some girls naturally just are wide, some girls naturally tight. If she does her Kegels, she's going to be tight regardless of how many sexual partners she's had. If you want a virgin, if you specifically desire that, virgins would feel tight because they're scared. It really doesn't flatter you to suggest that your desirable sexual partner has no comparison to other men, so you don't have to feel in any way like you need to try to please her because she's got no frame of reference, and also potentially has to be physically uncomfortable and in pain and has to be scared or otherwise not enjoying herself for your sake. My dude, do you really think that she looks like the bad guy when you're literally saying you'd rather hurt her, physically hurt her, and terrify her, and give her a completely disappointing time, but then convince her that this is good as it gets because she's never had anyone else and she's never known better, then you have to deal with the giant cave of insecurities. Like, wow, my dude. Anyway, next we have Facebook post. Are we all okay with this? Government looks at vaccinating secondary school pupils to control COVID spread. No fucking way. My daughter got the HPV vaccine 2 years ago and 6 months later, her period stopped. It's now been 18 months since and still no period. 1. No. There is absolutely no medical correlation between vaccinations and periods. I'm telling you now, the study does not exist. Spent a lot of time looking at vaccine studies because of the amount of people that want to fight me about vaccines. Never have I ever seen any mention of there ever being any scientific study or newspaper articles or anything done linking those two things. Also, one thing that would definitely that is known to link between missing period and like stuff like nerves. Girls getting scared. Girls being nervous. That can cause you to skip a period. You're a mum who, one, knows, I feel like, too much about your teenage daughter's period. One, teenage girls at that age don't always have steady periods, so it might just have skipped a few months just because she's not old enough to have a steady period yet. 2, because her mum pays way too much attention to her daughter's menstrual cycle, invades her daughter's privacy by talking about her by wanting to know her menstrual cycle exactly, specifically, and also then posts it on the internet in public. I'm just saying, maybe that's the reason why she skipped. Maybe it's got nothing to do with vaccines and it has to do with the fact that she has to live in constant fear of her own mother breaching her privacy and breaching confidence and giving out really intimate details on the internet where everyone can see it. We're going to do one last. It's going to be the Proud Boys, who just described as chauvinists, make a post to shit on women. They hashtag empty egg carton to describe women who isn't pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen. I don't know about you, but my maternity doesn't include egg cartons. So this is also cross-posted in blatant misogyny, where it belongs. So, Proud Boys, racist group of white men. Proud Girls, copycat, racist group of white women because they wouldn't let women into the Proud Boys. We have Dear Proud Girls, stop hijacking our fraternity because you can't stand men having their own club is exactly why we created this club in the first place. You aren't supporting us, you're hurting us, you're ruining what we hold dear. Want to know how to actually support us? Get married, have children, cultivate wonderful communities in which we can live. To save the West, we need women being women, not women trying to be men. We beg of you, with sincere love from the bottom of our hearts, get pregnant and get the fuck back in the kitchen. Hashtag Proud Boys, hashtag The Proud Boys, hashtag Proud Boy, hashtag Proud Girls, hashtag Proud Girl, hashtag The Proud Girls, hashtag Proud Gal Susa, hashtag No Eggs, hashtag Empty Egg Carton, hashtag Western Chauvinist, hashtag Enrique Tario. See, this is why you shouldn't get involved with racist organizations. Because I know you think that you're hurting others to help yourself, but sometimes that's gonna spin back around and hurt you too. But yeah, it does not surprise me because most of these groups that are that kind of nationalist, racist kind of thing usually have this mentality of we need to make America great again, to make people strong again, which usually then spirals into men need to be men again, which usually then spirals into women need to be barefoot and shackled to the kitchen stove and pregnant for the 8th time in the past 7 years. Posts. This is not at all surprising that, they do think of women as just egg cartons. Of course they do. And I love the fact that when you talk to conservative women about these kinds of men, it's so sad. They're so kind of brainwashed that they're just so quick to jump in and defend these kind of men and just be like, well, maybe I want to be barefoot shackled to the kitchen. He's not saying that he's a loving I know they're saying that we love women. No, you don't. You call them egg cartons. You don't see them as human beings. Any man who would ever refer to a woman as an egg carton, as an empty egg carton, as a woman who has any hopes, dreams, aspirations, or thoughts that revolve around not fucking him and getting pregnant by him and serving him, as an empty egg carton. Newsflash, he does not love you, he does not care about you, he just wants to use you. You are an object to be used by him in his mind. Sorry, conservative women that want to believe that you are respected and valued for staying at home and being a wife and mother. Yes, there are moderate men maybe who value you as a stay-at-home wife and mother, but anyone who refers to you as an empty egg carton does not value you as a wife or mother. This is the same kind of man who will dump you for a younger model the second your tits start to sag, and then will reet at the judge about how you deserve to be left with nothing. You deserve to be stripped bare of every single penny, to have the child that you took care of taken away from you, and to be basically abandoned and left on the streets for dead the second you look too old. And then when the judge tells him, sorry, but we actually legally respect domestic work within the household as having actual value, and having given birth and taken care of a child as having actual value and contributing to a marriage. And if a man walks in and undermines all of the effort that a woman has put into making a marriage work and making a household work and all of the actual work that she's done, and then she says, I did all of this, I just want to split things somewhat fairly, guess what? The judge is going to side with her, and then you're going to end up yelling at the world going, this is how men are oppressed, this is how feminism has gone too far, that I can't use a woman as an egg carton, declare her to be an empty egg carton the second that she in any way tries to do anything other than service me, or when she just gets too old, and then I can't then take everything from her and strip her bare and leave her with nothing and then walk on and use the next one without any consequences. Like, I know you are so underprivileged in legal courts when the judge tells you you can't just take and take and take and take. Because I know some guys are not going to want to hear this, but sometimes when she has genuinely made a house a home, and when she's genuinely taking care of your kids for you, it doesn't matter if she wasn't making money to contribute to a home, she did contribute. And if you tell her every single day of her life, I value you as a wife and a mother, and then you try to use her being just a wife and mother against her in court, you look like a hypocritical asshole. None of your arguments have any value or bearing in family court because you lied. You lied about loving her. You lied about valuing her. You lied about being happy to support her. You can't make an argument after having said empty egg cartons, but I value and love women as wives and mothers. They're a contradiction. You just defeated yourself. You just pointed out how twisted you are. And it's especially sad and pathetic that they've been this racist and outright violent, but they kind of have to push it to this extreme for a lot of white women before the white women actually realize how bad they are. Like, really? They have violently attacked. They've basically thrown explosive devices at unarmed protesters at various Black Lives Matter protests. So, but anyway, yeah. So that was where we're finishing. Is a nice little Bad Women's Anatomy / blatant misogyny crossover. But this has been r/Bad Women's Anatomy. Highly recommended subreddit. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!